Hi, this is Jake and welcome back to Blind Faith. Today I'd like to talk about judging people and making judgments and stuff. When you read the Bible is very, very specific about who has the power to make judgments. And I can tell you that that power is not ours. God has the power to make the final judgments. But I feel like in our lives, we fall into the devil's trap a lot. We make judgments about other people based off of something we read about them, an action, something they're wearing, and it really tints our perception of them because we've made a judgment. And I mean, I feel like these judgments are natural. They do happen. But I feel like at the same time, it's important for us to recognize when we are making a judgment and kind of stop ourselves. I mean, this happened recently to me. That I was reading a news article, and it was talking about world leaders with everything going on in Russia and stuff. And it's talking about how some of the world leaders say they're Catholic and Christian and stuff. And my initial reaction is, they're not a good Christian. I don't see how that's possible. They're not good. Instantly, I stopped myself. I said that, and I instantly stopped. And I'm like, oh, that's not really my call to make. That's not my judgment. And I asked for forgiveness from God, because that right there, I was trying to take away God's job and do it myself, and that is not what we're supposed to do on earth. We're supposed to spread the love of God and try to spread God's word around. We're supposed to try to reach those people that might be, struggling a little bit with their faith a little bit, and try to help them strengthen their faith. Instead of staying on the sideline making judgments like that, we should be, in the middle of the arena helping them out as well. Helping them in the fight against the devil. Because a lot of these people, when we say, oh, they're a bad Christian, or, oh my goodness, they're really screwing up. Yeah, it's okay to admit that someone might be screwing up. But instead of staying there and saying that they're screwing up and not trying to help them out, help them get back to God, our job is actually to be in the middle of everything, trying to guide them, trying to help them out. But when I say this, I think it's important for us to recognize that there's a lot of the times that we might not be completely right either. In the Bible, I don't remember the exact saying, but I'm going to change it a little bit. I partially changed this saying because I have had a grain of sand before in my own eye. I know what it feels like, and it really hurts. But it's important to recognize the grain of sand in our own eye and remove that before trying to remove the grain of sand out of someone else's eye. I believe in the Bible it's something more like a bead or something, but grain of sand works just as well. Grain of sand really hurts, but it's really small, so it's easy to overlook when it's going into your eye. And with this, I think it's really showing that people are making judgments about other people, judging them for their shortcomings, saying they're not good Christians stuff. And really, they have to realize that they're not seeing themselves clearly enough. There's mistakes they're making as well. And it's important, instead of judging other people, to, try to learn together and grow our faith as a community of Christians, and not so much of, oh, that person isn't doing as good as I am. I'm doing better than that person. And vice versa. I mean, I've gotten a decent amount before that people walk up to me and they, oh my goodness, you're a lot better Christian than I am. And I always have to hesitate there, because right away I'm like, Uh, I don't think that's true. I think in God's eyes, I don't think any of us are better or worse than anyone else. I think that we're pretty close to being equal. Because if you look at how good God is compared to the rest of us, and how good Jesus is compared to the rest of us, it's a pretty small difference between us compared to the difference between us and God for great goodness and stuff. And I mean, it's important to pick out those people that you look up to, but realize that, yeah, you can look up to them. Maybe they're doing things that you're like, oh, I wish I was doing. I need to work better at that. They're doing better at that. But at the same time, it's important to recognize that nobody's perfect either. That it goes both ways. That we shouldn't be judging people and looking down upon them because we think they're worse than us, worse Christians than us. But at the same time, we shouldn't be assuming that someone is perfect and trying to follow their role model perfect. Cause not completely, because none of us are perfect except for Jesus, and it should be our goal to follow Jesus as the role model. But and we can have, like I said, other role models, but just recognize that those people, even the saints and stuff, do make mistakes. So basically, the message for today in summary is try to recognize when you're judging other people. Try not to judge other people on if they're a good Christian or not. If you see something that you're thinking, oh, they're really making a mistake, they're not being a good Christian, instead of just staying there and commenting on it, maybe try to guide them. But also recognize that you yourself have your own shortcomings, and remove that grain of sand out of your own eye before you try to remove the grain of sand out of other people's eyes. This is Jake Kruger, Blind Faith. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.